being in college for 25 years and being at one place, people have asked, did the landscape of college recruiting have something to do with that? I think we did a great job adapting, because right now college coaches aren't adapting, they're going to be in big trouble. I think you get a point in your career that you want a different challenge, not only as personally but also professionally. It was the right time for me. I got the job at the University of South Florida at a young age. I'm probably the youngest coach in the country at 27 and 28 years old. And to have the opportunity to coach one of the faces in the league, and also someone that's been with the franchise, an all-star, have the number one pick, a team that's got a lot of young talent, and also some more talent coming down the road. And then the investment in the practice facility. The city of Dallas was very appealing because we had been here, and I had played SMU and TCU and even Arlington, and the American Athletic Conference being held at Dickies Arena. I was already familiar with the city and the climate. So there were a lot of factors involved, but talking to Greg and Travis and Jazz and Greg, they did a very good job recruiting. But I'm glad it was the right move, and it was the right move at the right time.
Dorothy, go ahead.
Coach,
Hi, Dorothy. Good to see you again.
Yes, sir, you too. What does success look like under year one for you in terms of just maybe growth, development, record? Just kind of what does it look like for you, and how will you accomplish it?
I think I got hired and brought here to win, right? But growth is seeing how this team's gonna come out of training camp, how we're gonna play in May, and how we're gonna continue to improve throughout the season. So when you're heading into October, November, you're playing the best basketball. But I think when you talk about growth, how our team communicates, how our staff is developing our players, my relationship with players on both sides, and making sure that we're doing the right things every day in practice, and our teams feel that they're prepared night in, night out. So I know that the growth encompasses in a lot of ways. Hopefully everything that we're doing every single day, and how they're holding each other accountable, and how we're practicing, translates essentially to wins.
Thank you.
Tim.
Yeah, Tim Cash from Dallas Sporting News.
Hey, Tim.
I know you talked about the draft, but to have UConn starting back on the national championship team out of the season a few days in practice, what are your impressions of what you've heard?
Coached against both of them, right? There was already a familiarity, and also being with Paige, with USA Basketball. So I knew how they would attack everything on a daily basis. And the way when they arrive to this facility and when they leave this facility. So there hasn't been any surprise there from either one of them.
Rashad.
Why'd they put you all the way back there, man? Go ahead.
Just shine some light on your staff. Of course, you're new, but you also have new assistant coaches as well. Just shine some light on them.
Yeah, when you put a staff together, you really want to make sure you have great synergy and how they're going to work together. And I think we tackled all those areas that we wanted to tackle in the right way. There's NBA experience, WNBA experience, high-level college experience, head coaching experience. You had to total up the amount of years that those 7 coaches have been coaching. I think it's going to translate to not only how we're practicing, how we're developing, and how we're preparing. So yeah, I truly believe we hired the right people, and we have the right people in the building, and the right people communicating and coaching our team.
Planner, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, with preseason coming up this week, what are some of the things that you're looking to assess with this roster?
Well, making sure we play with great pace, right? Which we've been practicing that way. Our spacing, how we're defending, and the carryover on what we've really stressed in practice, carrying it over to the game. Now, what we do or don't do, the most important thing is getting ready for May 9th, because that's when it counts. So we're gonna get 2 dry runs here. I know minutes will be dispersed, making sure we do a good job of evaluating. So Thursday will be a test run in regards to lineups and playing Paige with the ball, without the ball in her hands, playing different lineups. So those are the kind of things that I want to do on Thursday, and then also in Austin against Vegas.
How's it going, Coach? Ron Murray, K105.
Hey, Ron.
So, of course, with this season, we have a core of AZ, Paige, and Enrique. So, of course, this season,
Yeah,
we have
I got you.
Yeah. So, with that, if everything goes the way you want it, how good do you think that trio could be on the floor if everything goes that you wanted to go in your first year?
Yeah, that's a talented trio, without a doubt. But I like that we have the depth that we have on this team, right? You haven't mentioned Isaiah James. You haven't mentioned Maddie Segrist. We haven't even talked about Odyssey Sims, right? We've had some folks that were didn't get the amount of opportunities and reps in practice, right? And then you talked about a veteran like Alicia Clark and her versatility that can play the wing and the stretch four. And Jess Shepard and Awaka and Enrique have not been here. So it's fun to have a lot of options because we can play a lot differently. And we will do that.
Hello, Coach. This is Ivan, STWF Media. So it was announced after the draft that season ticket sellouts for the 3rd consecutive year. What is the message that you want to tell the fans?
We need a bigger building. Sell some more tickets. This makes it, right?
Nice, yes. Good answer.
Hey, Coach, Sydney Rockwood with Yahoo Sports.
Yeah.
How has it been having a vet like Alicia Clark in the locker room? I know you touched on it a little bit.
She's been incredible. We spoke on the phone in free agency, and we had an incredible conversation that night. Then the next day, I walked in and talked to front office and said, you know what? She's what this team needs. We need leadership. But I think she can still help us in so many different ways. Her basketball IQ. There's just a comfort and a calming factor with her. So I'm glad she's on our team, and also me being a first, even though I've been a head coach for 25 years in college, being a first-year head coach in the league, I can come. I feel comfortable, and I should feel comfortable. Hey, how are we feeling today? What do you think about this? And she's gonna be honest and truthful with me, which is cool. I've really enjoyed her personality. She's been. I think this is exactly what this team needed. But outside of that, we've had other folks that have, from a veteran standpoint, have been great in practice as well.
Coach, thank you.